Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another video. It has been quite some time on the channel. I haven't been making many videos lately, I've just been busy with a lot of stuff. But I'm going to try and jump back in and make a few videos here and there every now and then. Now, first things first, I wanted to talk about today's essentially video what we're going to be doing. And essentially, basically that's going to be talking about whether the game Neural Cloud or Girls Frontline Neural Cloud is in the process of dying or potentially being dead. Maybe. Short answer, probably not. But also, maybe. We'll see, we'll get into it, and I'll talk about this in a second. So guys, right here we have an earnings chart from October last year until 5th of May? Yeah, 5th of May, sorry, I don't have to think about that. So this is the earnings chart for a lot of different games. I believe this is only for the Google Play Store, this is not total earnings, I could be wrong about that. But I'm pretty sure this says sources from Sensor Tower, so yeah. Anyways. So basically, these are all the different various earnings from the mobile gaming platform. These are not every single gacha game out there as well, do keep that in mind. But you got stuff like Honkai Star Rail over here getting $83 million last month, which is absolutely insane. Plus CN, 57 million, which is just mind-bogglingly like insane amount of money. Like that's stupid. We all know those games print a lot of money. But the game we're talking about today is Neural Cloud, and as you can see, it's doing around 300k total, which that's a lot of money, but to a big company, not as much. Now, the reason why I want to touch on this though as well is it's a game that I was kind of excited for a long time ago, and then I was kind of just stopped playing, got a bit disappointed by it. So what we're going to be doing later on in this video is we're going to going back and checking out the actual state of the game itself, like playing for a little bit, just seeing how it's kind of going. But at the same time, even though these numbers aren't particularly great, there is some important piece of information that we need to talk about here, and that is that the first original Girls Frontline game, so Girls Frontline, that game is actually, although it has had low revenue for quite a few years, has still been fully supported for like years. And this was like being like 5-6 years ago. It's been not doing in the best state in terms of monetary gain for the company. That being said, game's still supported, it's still alive, and it's still dead, not dead, basically. So I'm assuming that's going to be a similar case for Neural Cloud, especially across the 3 regions. Actually, I didn't even see this one here, we've got an extra 200,000. So it's doing probably around like 500k, which is not bad. And that's still pretty good numbers. But in comparison to some of like the bigger gacha games out there, it's not an enormous amount. That's fine, like I said, because the company itself does tend to support their games. And yeah, hopefully this game will still be around for a really long time. But let's check out some gameplay now. I'm going to show you guys the state that the game is essentially in. Alright guys, so this is Girls Frontline Neural Cloud. Now, I want to preface as well, guys, I didn't play this game an enormous amount back in the day. I did end up getting kind of a little bit bored of it. Just because the gameplay wasn't super interesting, which is the one disappointing thing about this game. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more back in the day. As you can see, I haven't even completed like the beginner kind of missions properly. But yeah, this game was pretty alright. It wasn't bad. I was using obviously the Girls Frontline IP, and overall wasn't a terrible game, just wasn't for me at the time, not what I was kind of looking for from my gacha game. Now let's go over some of the characters that I managed to collect. Just keep in mind, I'm trying to remember how this kind of whole process kind of goes. But you know, I built up a fairly, like I would say, a fairly decent account here. So we got Vey, or V, don't really know how to pronounce that properly in all honesty. I got 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙋, she was one of my favorite characters to use. We got Aki, we got Nanaka, Willow. Not even try to pronounce that, but that's one of the free play units we got, I think, or a free unit I got. Actually, I don't even know about that one, actually. We got Florence, Sol, and a bunch of other just characters that I wasn't kind of using as much. We've got quite a few of them here. But yeah, overall, pretty good character designs. It's the Girls Frontline IP. All the character designs are going to be honestly quite awesome there. Now, in terms of the state of the game, so I logged in after not playing for a really long time. And I've had, I'm not sure, I can't remember how much currency half this stuff is. We've got apparently 10 searches we can do here for 1,500 of that. Obviously we don't have that. From memory, I believe this is, yeah, the paid currency, so we're not going to be able to do that there. It doesn't look like, for logging back in after not playing for like probably like almost a good portion of a year, it doesn't look like they've given me any free resources as a returning player. So that doesn't necessarily mean the best state of the game is necessarily doing bad, but it does kind of mean that they're not rewarding for returning players a whole lot, which is fine. That's like a lot of games do that. Sorry, I'm just so long since I've logged into this game. I'm just trying to refresh my memory on how to play this stupid thing. My god. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to check out the state of the summoning system too much. There does seem to be, you know, quite a few banners kind of happening, so there is things that are happening in the game. Please be quiet. She's kind of cute. Don't mind her. Some of the character designs are always good in this game. But yeah. Okay, so let's jump into where I was kind of up to with story stages. Honestly, I don't really remember what I was up to. It's been so long since I played this game. I honestly have no idea what's going on with this anymore. But let's jump in. I think I was up to this stage last time and was having some trouble clearing it. Recommended 10,000, backup was a little bit under. But yeah, the gameplay hasn't really changed for this game too much. Obviously, there'll be new characters and new kind of teams you can do with setups. But the gameplay for this game is obviously very much the same. If you don't like these types of games, you're not going to enjoy it very much. But this is essentially the combat. You essentially run through here. Various different combat modes. So we can basically just come in here. We can get battle start. We can reposition our units if we want to. I am running this in emulator, guys. So do keep in mind the game is not going to run this badly. I don't know why it's actually running this badly. I think I remember this game being pretty good on emulator. I think I'm gonna have to like reset up my emulator because I've been having some issues with it lately while trying to do things. But yeah, overall, this is the game. This is what the gameplay is kind of like. The combat's very similar. You essentially move through this whole board, picking up like upgrades, fighting enemies. It's very like rogue-likey almost kinda. So we can come through here. We can go, okay, we want to do elementary zone, conflict zone elementary, which I'm assuming is referring to a difficulty. There's like different overclocking buffs you can do here. You got your buffs up here, your characters, and all that kind of stuff. Very simple, very self-explanatory. And this was my main problem I had with the game, what I'm doing there. I was just kind of sitting there watching my units play. There's really not a whole lot of interactivity on your part in terms of the actual combat itself. Most of your interactivity with the game itself comes into play on this map screen here, which is a little bit unfortunate to me. That's what kind of killed the game for me and made me not want to play. I'm going to return to main menu. I'm not going to do this whole mission because we'll be here for a while because they actually do take a while to complete. But that was like the main thing that kind of really turned me off this game was just that. The fact that I had to basically just didn't get to play the game really. It's a very AFK auto battling kind of game where the strategy comes in the pre-fight. Alright, you need to stop talking. My god. Alright, I had to click on her to make it shut up. Jesus Christ. Anyways, it just kind of like, it wasn't for me is what I'm trying to say. Which doesn't mean it won't be for you necessarily. It might be a game you quite liked. So, oh my god, the characters do not be quiet in this game. Alright, let's check out the supply store, so what's kind of going on in here. So we got the free packs, basically these. These would be like, what, your free dailies, weekly packs. A lot of games have these. These are pretty normal. Honestly, nothing too special in them. We don't really get any currency from this. You got the monthly supply voucher. Look, they're not ramming transactions down your throat, which is like a lot of these kind of games do. It's honestly not the worst thing in the world. I believe these are actually summoning things as well, so I believe we could actually come in here and just pick up that if we really wanted to. Okay. It's been a long time since I played this, guys, so you have to bear with me. I do not remember half the shit in this game. It's been that long. But yeah, you've got a bunch of different shop things, tons of stuff you can buy and purchase anyways. Pretty self-explanatory, that's pretty normal in your gacha games. So I believe we've actually got a single pool here, and let's, no, I kind of want this character. Let's see if we can get it. Obviously, we're not going to in a single pool. But overall, I feel like the state of the game is pretty good. It's still being supported. It hasn't been dropped yet. Obviously, the earnings from the game are not best in the world. But yet again, the base Girls Frontline was supported for years and years and years after that fact. So it doesn't necessarily mean that much necessarily. But the reason why I'm making this video is essentially I've been hearing a lot of people talking about in the community or just things. The game isn't performing super well, about yada yada yada. It's like, it doesn't matter. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If it is for you, it is for you. And the game isn't probably going to be going anywhere anytime soon, even though it isn't performing the best in terms of revenue. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I just want to take a really quick look at the state of this game and essentially show you guys what's kind of going on. Just quickly touching on, we're not going to be talking about all those different systems. This isn't this kind of video. I just wanted to really just talk about like the monetization and the different the state of the game essentially. But yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed. See you guys whenever you have enough time. I will be trying to make some more content very soon. It's just I've been very busy with actual, real life stuff. So anyways, bye guys.